literally
literally what?
A thing that we maintain because they use foreskins for beauty cream, and they sell for like crazy money.
What are you talking?
Foreskins.
What are you talking about?
For real, dude. For real, look it up.
What the is this? What are you saying to me?
Foreskin.
Is this what your dad brain is turning into? This is
No. Dude, I'm about to open your third eye, bro.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Sí. That was for our Spanish contingent of Cream Crew listeners. This is coffee with the boys. This is
Coffee with the boys.
I ran out of coffee, so this is bleary-eyed Tommy Wommy with the boys.
Tommy Wommy.
Whew. How you lads doing? How you been?
Good.
I got my custom Flash Gets Yeti cup.
Good. You got what custom?
Think anyone would buy these? Tom got us these cool Flash Gets tumbler coffee cups.
Hunter, are you there, bro? I don't know.
I bet he took a call.
Yeah, what? Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Sorry,
I don't like it.
Sorry about that. God damn.
What's the matter?
Just people calling me. At like always right now. Never any other time of the week. I'd be sleepy right now and I would never get this call. But because I'm doing this thing right now, there's people that have to call me right now.
Ugh, how you doing, Hunter? You alright, mate?
Yeah, fine. I've been trying to think this, just like doodle some stuff. I've been trying to get better with expressions and it's been difficult lately. I don't know why. I haven't drawn in a bit, I think is a big reason why, but I've been trying to get back in it. Get back into drawing more.
Yeah, I fucking you probably feel the same way. I've like kind of forgotten how to animate and use Flash.
Oh yeah,
which is sort of crazy. Like on the very rare. Yeah. Well, just we do everything in Toon Boom now, and we just direct now as well. We work with a bunch of animators, so yeah, it's like something I had legitimately mastered at one point, and now I get in and like the rust is just odd, you know?
Yeah. So it's unfathomable just how your brain's just like, we're just gonna forget about that.
We're gonna forget about all that shit.
Yeah, I know you spent your whole life building that up, but I guess you don't need it anymore. That's what you're telling me, so I mean, you're telling me you don't need it, so I guess we don't need it.
Well, until we crash and burn and run out
we
of
don't
money.
need it.
Can't
I
pay
guess we
for
don't
any
need it
help,
anymore.
and I have to do everything again.
That's your brain. Nope.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. I thought this was you, Tom, right now with your vendetta against Flash, talking to me.
Can you imagine? Let's rewind. Like, what was it, like 7 months? Let's rewind to college days. Done. We should use Toon Boom.
Oh, Tom loves this.
I don't. This is my favorite. Honestly, this is like dessert. I don't know. Toon Boom sounds like a bad idea. But yeah, I'm actually weirdly the same way. The fucking drawing shit, like, I just haven't done any of it for a while, and it makes me sad.
Yeah, I'm so dumb. I forget how to use the iPad fluently as well, like in Procreate, the shortcuts and sort of workflow. And
if I haven't drawn in a long time, I can't.
Slow again.
If I haven't drawn in a long time, I can't draw on the iPad. I feel like I need. Yeah. I feel like I need to be pretty seasoned before I branch out into that.
You have to go back to analog, paper and pen.
That, or even just like the Cintiq, just things that are like super comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've been trying to do this thing of Colonel Sanders, like grabbing a guy's arm and like throwing up on it, and then like the guy's arm is turning like deep frying into chicken, whatever. So it's like popping and stuff, but like even like the throw up expression and stuff is just super boring. So I've just been like, I've been fucking kicking and screaming. Like, why?
How do you feel like you used to be better at that and you kind of lost it, or is it something?
Yeah, I'd
you're at the
say
skill level you've always. Yeah.
I think so. That, or I just never grew enough to like do more interesting shit, and then I've been trying to practice more like life studies and more realism and stuff to try to like implement that a bit more. But I think I used to be like pretty good about like sitting down immediately and kind of like figuring out what I wanted to do. But I feel like that's becoming harder.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, I remember the trunks you drew for Tom. I was always really impressed by that because it was just like an ink drawing that just came out of you.
Oh,
It was really funny.
yeah. I wish I could even remember that. I don't fucking know.
I think he's like drawing his sword, but it's a long dick or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sad I don't
I-
have any art of yours.
What happened to the trunks? I think
It was. It
maybe that
wasn't.
was digital.
It was. Yeah, it was digital. It was not ink, and it was like way too low res to kind of like print and put anywhere.
We could blow it up.
It'd be funny if it
I
was.
kind of want that print.
It'd be funny if it was super pixelated.
It,
Just
it
like-
was
just
pretty
like-
pixelated.
Just like the
That's
fucking
true.
worst printable version of it. It'd be pretty funny.
I would. I don't know. One day I'd like to get a piece of art from you that I could actually like hang somewhere.
I would like to give you a piece of art.
I think that's always been like my weakest spot is interesting cartoon faces, and I used to really deliberately practice it, but I never got very good. So I wondered if you were like rusty and getting back, and like what you were doing to practice.
Yeah, I don't know. I
it's,
don't know if I mean, I don't think I was ever that good with it. I think it's just like, I think it's something that I wish I would have practiced more in college and shit, but doing so now, etc. But it's nice. It's become.
Is there anything you ever
nice.
feel like you wished you practiced more when you were like a teenager or whatever to use your like super young learning powers on that you just can't get back now?
Life studies and music, mostly.
Music.
Yeah, I wish I knew how to play like piano, like when you're like young and you kind of just pick up on that kind of
That'd be
shit,
cool.
or even like
Yeah.
drums or something. I think it would be pretty fun. But
Yeah,
'Cause-
why the fuck piano?
I like piano.
I mean, for what we do now too, that'd be pretty helpful to like understand anything talking to a composer, you know.
Yeah, I also think that if
Also-
you
I
know
feel like that's
piano, I feel like
that's a
you can.
ladies' man trait. Sorry,
Yeah, I play piano to get some pussy. No, I feel like if you kind of understand piano, you can kind of like. I feel like you kind of gravitate towards any instrument, is what I've always been told. And it was what I choose to
Yeah, cool.
believe.
It's I think it's just straight up music theory, you know. The
Mm.
easiest connection to music theory. Like every composer plays the fuck out of piano. My mom tried to force me to learn piano when I was really little, but
That's
I
that's the thing is piano when you're little it's just so cringe.
yeah, it's awful.
That's
And
what I
it-
chose. That's what I chose to learn when I was a kid.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I fucking piano. It's so funny though. Like my core memory from learning piano is at the end of the year, the piano teacher gave me a pack of wine gums, and that's what I was stoked on.
Yeah, I
Wine
remember
gums are like sweets.
I took like guitar lessons, whatever, when I was younger, and like I didn't want to talk about any, like I pretty much just like deliberately like had the guy not teach me anything. Like he'd be like, "All right, let's get started on this," and I'd just like talk to him about music. And it pretty much just turned out that I just wanted a guy to hang out with and just talk music, talk about music with. And that was pretty much it.
How old are you?
I was probably 12 or 13.
So what fucking teeny bot bullshit were you trying to engage with this man with?
I think around this time I was like really getting into like deep diving even more like thrash metal stuff and like talking to like Exodus or like fucking Tigers of Pantang and all kinds of like weird shit where I just had heard like Metallica interviews or like any other interviews with rock stars that I'd heard. And like, I don't think I had even really heard any of those bands, but I was just like wanting to be cool, you know, and like talk with somebody about shit or whatever.
Did you know the bands?
Yeah, of course. But I think also I was just so bummed because my, a lot of my friends were just like, all they listened to was like scene or like metalcore. And I really didn't, or deathcore or whatever. And I was just so tired of it. Like, it was such a fucking boring, like, every fucking thing sounded the exact same, which is funny because you can say that about any genre of music, really. But I remember having just so much hate in my heart for that scene music or like that entire era of music when I was younger.
Were you a scene kid for a minute?
What was that?
Were you a scene kid for a minute? You wore like skinny jeans and
hell no, I couldn't
green
fit
frames.
No, I was like, all my friends had the skinny jeans, and I was just like the fat kid who wore like a Mario jacket, even though I didn't. Just because that's like what Hot Topic was selling. And they would go to Hot Topic, and I'd just be like, I know this.
I'm familiar with this. It's funny how being an elitist prick is 100% like part of your DNA. You know, like. Same for me, bro. During that whole era when everyone was like dyeing the fucking sides of their hair like bleach blonde, getting pussy and stuff, I was like, you fucking losers.
You wish you could be as cool as I am. And like secretly the whole time I'm just like wishing that, like I remember one time my friend went to like an amusement park and I think he got like a hand job behind a bathroom. And I was like, yeah, she's kind of ugly anyway, so... like he's trying to cope with that, but really desperately I was like, I wish I got a hand job behind it.
Right, so painfully true. I remember my fucking friend, he was like somehow, some way, he was always just getting fucking mad pussy as like a kid, and he dyed his hair black with the fucking little blonde tips and super gay, so fucking gay, but I was just like, that was my foil. That was my way of coping with us. You fucking dweeb. You loser. You fucking asshole. And meanwhile, he's getting his dick sucked left and right by all these fucking hot chicks. He wasn't even hot. He wasn't like a fucking good looking guy. He just, I don't know, he had that fucking scene riz.
Yeah, that was the thing I remember back in the day was, it was like, I swear to God, if you just had like raccoon striped hair, snake bite piercings, a fucking studded like pink belt, or even like a DC shoes string belt or something with like a Verb the Noun Band shirt, you would you were in your money.
But it's so weird because I wanted it so bad, but I was too proud still to. I'm not gonna sing to that. That's fucking gay.
I think I tried.
Just like,
I think no, not necessarily. It's coming out. Not the aesthetic of it, because I couldn't. Like, I would just look so stupid. But it was mostly like
Hunter wearing a fishnet tank top.
Yeah, God, that would be. Even as a child, I'd be like, what am I doing? No, I remember like all my friends were into it. So it was one of those things where you're like, oh, I'll try to get into it with your friends. You know, if all your cool friends are into it. But I could not get past it. It was just so aggravating. I don't know. I couldn't do it. It was just.
I kind of miss it because the high school I went to was too diverse. So you never got the critical mass of white kids necessary for a scene movement to appear.
Right. They would have instantly been just fucking absolutely
consumed
bullied.
And marginalized into
just beaten senseless by the minority kids.
I remember my brother-in-law or ex-brother-in-law, I guess, was like that in high school when I first met him. That was my introduction to scene.
Oh, like he was a part of that, all that.
Yeah, he would just wear like the like $2 like white frame or neon framed sunglasses and like leopard print pants and listen to deathcore and shit.
Yeah, it was either that or it was people walking around wearing like Mac Miller shirts. That was like the big thing, like just like that.
Is that I thought he didn't become a thing till we were like in college. Mac Miller was around.
No, like 2009, 2008, something like that.
Wow.
I think he was taken more seriously as like, oh, this guy's an artist when we were in college.
I remember getting a handy in a park when I was like 15. I still huff the fumes of that memory.
You have to. It's all we have. It's just simply, literally all we have.
It's kind of fucked up though, because it's like watching child porn in a way, right?
No, I mean it's
your own memory of yourself and a 15-year-old girl.
Yeah, is that weird?
Is it weird to jerk off to that?
I don't think
to this day.
I think yeah, exactly. I think there's several thoughts about this. Is that if it's you being like, well, that was an awesome memory, like like in your jacking off to the
what I wouldn't give to go and get another dry hand job in the park.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like that kind of thing. Of like just like the sheer if it's through the experience, I think it's okay. But unless you were like, what I wouldn't give to get another 15-year-old girl again. Then I think.
Do you think your foreskin?
Yeah, no.
You think your foreskin equips your dick better for a dry hand job?
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah, 100%.
Your sweaty cock.
100%.
Trapping all the moisture.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because your
they-
hand can just slip with the foreskin, right? And it becomes like a nice little like sweaty, lubricated sleeve.
Okay, it's not sweaty, but it is a sleeve.
Yeah, sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not sweaty.
Well, probably sweaty.
That's interesting.
I've got very small pores. The sweat can't escape.
Why do I feel like that's an insult?
Circumcising my child.
Is it? Are you?
I mean,
yeah.
Because it's genital mutilation, right?
Well, and also like
the
whole thing was my whole thinking before was like it doesn't matter, and it's like a weird religious tradition, and it's never affected me, and it's like like whatever. But I don't think it actually is even substantiated by the New Testament or whatever. It sounds
so
like
good.
what's
so
funny is
good.
it sounds like it is literally a
literally what?
A thing that we maintain because they use foreskins for beauty cream, and they sell for like crazy money.
What are you talking? What are you talking about?
For real, dude. For real, look it up.
What the fuck is this? What are you saying to me?
Foreskin.
Is this what your dad brain is turning into? This is fucking insane.
Dude, I'm about to open your third eye, bro.
Hold on. That was good. Can we fucking rewind to the bit where you're like, I was gonna circumcise my child, but then I read through the New Testament more thoroughly,
ladies are putting it on their face.
I realized God doesn't actually care about this, so I'm not going to do it anymore.
Okay.
So
Human foreskin cream has gained popularity in recent years due to its potential anti-aging and regenerative properties. The stem cells and growth factors present in the even if there's 6, like even if it's like 1 in 1,000 foreskins get put towards that, and the rest get thrown out.
Right.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
They can't have my son's foreskin.
Yeah.
And they probably sell it for like thousands of dollars. You know.
Dude, this is okay.
To Oprah?
This is what rankles me about this.
Well, hold on a second, Tom, if I can interject a second.
All right.
So you're not even saying because it's like of them using it. You're upset because you don't want the hospital making money off of your son's foreskin to be turned into.
Oh no, it's not that.
It's not that. What is
it?
It
is that. That's what I'm saying. Don't speak for me.
It's the fact that a woman might get to use this cream to make herself look younger. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But here's what pisses me off.
Also that. No, but it's both. It can be both. They're not mutually exclusive.
For so long, I've been like, bro, you don't need to circumcise your kid. Like, it's so unnecessary. It's like painful for it. It's just a very pointless procedure. And you're always like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Then you find out women are putting cream on their faces.
Translate. What does wubba dubba dubba mean? Translate. Yeah. What are you saying? What words are you putting in my mouth?
Whenever I bring it up, you get like mad because I'm like encroaching upon this thing or making you have to think of. Oh fuck!
I just get. I think annoyed is different than mad. exhausted, exacerbated.
Yeah, it annoys you that I'm even like questioning something. You're like, oh, now I have to think about this too, huh?
Yes, exactly. And I only get so much energy for that a day, and you're sucking it out on this.
Yeah, but
shit,
one
you can't
lady
just
put some sort of fucking cream on her face, and you're like, not on my fucking watch, not my boy.
Hold on a second, is this even in the Bible? Hold on.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? I'm like, dudes, don't hurt your son. Don't cut off his foreskin. You're like, no! Fuck off, Tom.
Is this even in the Bible? Yeah, that's funny.
And the fact you went and looked if it's even in the New Testament, like it fucking matters in any way.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
All the other bullshit you fucking ignore.
You're a godless, hellbound heathen that I've given up on trying to save.
Are you wearing like mixed fibers and shit, or do you just pick and choose?
I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna start not to. Yeah,
I wear only cotton onesies from now on.
Cotton onesies. Yep.
With the poop hatch.
I gotta tell you something. I gotta tell you,
with plastic. My kids are gonna be like fucking insufferable hippy dippy losers, so they can be not plastic like me.
I gotta tell you, dude. I love this like Don's extremely like openly religious arc. Like I know that like you've never hidden it, but like making this a huge part of your character is gonna be great for this show. Like I think it makes the recordings so interesting because in a way I love having this perspective. I love having this because honestly, you know, when I was a kid, I had no idea that there was even like no one ever brought up the idea that like, oh yeah, you're like sex doesn't feel as good if you don't have your foreskin and stuff, and oh this and that. It was like literally because like I'm pretty sure in the 90s when we were born, women were just like it looks gross, so then they cut it off. I'm pretty sure that's what my mom told me.
I'm pretty sure it's like that's what your mom told you.
Yeah, maybe that was just my mom.
But I think that's just what your mom felt about.
She's here. Hey, wait, she's here. Hold on a second. Let me ask her. Mom, come here. Mom, come here real quick.
Mom.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
We're talking about circumcision. Youch.
God, how eyes light up.
Yeah. What
cock?
in the 90s, why did you have me circumcised? Was it religious reasons or was it aesthetically only?
It was not religious reasons or for the aesthetics. It was because, I mean, the cleanliness. If you know,
oh fuck,
cleanliness.
You don't have to
nice.
go swank and pull.
Hell yeah.
Have you ever seen it? It looks like an aardvark. Wink. You got to fold the skin back and clean it, and if you don't do that,
it looks like an aardvark.
Gross.
Well, but part of the aesthetics is you dirty.
Was that just, were people saying that, or was that just your assumption?
Well, I looked into it, and I know this because early on.
What does look into?
I know people that have had their fathers not circumcised, and then it's all gross, and then you go take care of them. And
what do you mean they're fathers? What do you mean?
People.
Are you talking to your friends?
Yeah.
Talking to your friends and like, my dad's dick is gross? What are you talking about?
Hey, Kim, is your dad's?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's how we roll. But no, I'm just saying I looked into it, and it's cleanliness. It's much cleaner, and plus, nobody wants to see that shit. Okay? They don't.
Well, that's true. And I am worried about
Pull
that.
up a picture right now.
There you go. I'm not gonna pull up a picture of a circumcised penis. Thank you.
Look at dicks with your mother. Do it.
Okay. Well, for cleanliness, there you go.
Yeah, she said for cleanliness, and then for like 4 sentences after, she goes on about how it looks like an aardvark, and it's no one needs to see that. And
I told you that's where it started from.
Well, and that's also a large part of where I was at. Is it's like that Jim Jeffries bit. You just don't want girls to think his dick is weird. You know, like you.
I don't think that's
penis?
like a thing anymore.
I mean,
I feel like ladies have the enlightenment.
From what perspective, though? You know.
Boys. When you get a fucking erection and you've got foreskin, foreskin comes back and it looks the same as if it's circumcised anyway.
That's not true. Here's the thing about that, right? This is what I'm thinking.
What do you mean that's not true?
Because
what do you mean?
Because I've had a few boyfriends of my own, and I know exactly how this acts. And here's the thing: is that because at least what I imagine, and this is what I like to. This is how I hold my head.
Yeah, form your opinions.
Exactly. That is the fact that whenever you do have the erection, it does go back, and that fucking pale cockhead of yours finally comes and sees the light of day. You have like this obnoxious, like it's like a giant piece of hubba bubba wrapped around the shaft of your cock.
Yeah, you'd have to. It's like you were saying. That's why it's a nice tool for hand jobs, because it's like this sock that can.
Well, yeah, it's holding all the schmegma and sweat and everything else. I mean, I agree.
It's probably smelly.
Yeah.
Do they? Ooh, here's a question. Do they sell special men's hygiene products in Europe?
I doubt it.
You know what? It's called soap and water, and it works just as effectively as anywhere else.
You don't get those,
why do I feel like it's more made up? Like by that I mean they're selling you soap, but it's just like a jar of mayonnaise or something like that.
Maybe on the continent, lads, but us Brits aren't the same as those Euro trash.
my favorite shampoo when I was a boy was Miracle Whip.
Yeah, when it goes sour and it just fucking roots. Yeah, I don't know. I just circumcised men coping with the fact that their mums decided to cut their dicks is always fascinating to me.
You know what? It's the hand I was dealt, so it's the team I have to play on. It's the team I have to. It's the team I have to defend. You know what I mean?
Be a force for change, bro.
Nah.
What are you doing? What are you doing to your son's dick?
What am I doing? I don't know. Honestly, it's probably going to be a thing. I'm going to be that kind of husband. I already am that kind of husband where I mean, pretty much whatever Allison says, that's what we're doing.
Oh,
that's going to be
okay. So
that's going to be the trajectory of everything.
I'm going to text
she
her
doesn't
right
seem
now.
like a circumcised mom.
I hope she's not. I'm going to. This is a crusade. This is my cross to bear. The change I want to make in the world.
I hope she tells you foreskins are gross.
She might tell him to fuck off.
Gross
It's
penis.
always funny hearing what Allison says whenever Tom texts her.
Oh, okay. Well, the last couple of texts I sent her were quite heartfelt and personal, so that's good to know.
Well,
she didn't reply to them either, so that makes sense.
If it makes you feel better, she doesn't reply to me either. So.
Oh, okay, that's good.
No, mostly we'll have like a ding, and then she'll be like, "What the fuck is this British bastard doing texting me at this hour?" or something like that. It's usually pretty funny.
Well, your wife can go fuck herself. How about that?
I've been telling her that for years. Doesn't work.
She's slowly looking more and more like Morty. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
I love it.
What does that mean? What do you mean?
She has short hair, I guess is the thing.
Yeah, she's every time I see her, she's like, how can I make myself look more like Morty from Rick and Morty today? It's fascinating.
That's also why I'm losing all this weight, is because whenever I lose all this weight in my face, I'll look like an old
Rick.
man. Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Good.
Hell yeah.
That's exactly that's our plan.
That's like that's nice because she was your Morty at that Ren Fair thing we did. Remember?
Exactly.
She was my Morty.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't, not to.
Yeah, Hunter, I have something I have to tell you.
Oh God, you. Sorry, Hunter.
No,
not my baby girl.
not.
Do you ever just want to sock her in her stupid face?
Probably some days. I mean, who doesn't? If you're fucking, yeah, I'd say it's pretty realistic. If you're a decade into a relationship and you haven't thought about like just socking someone in the face once, then you're not doing it right, in my opinion.
Or you're a fucking liar.
Yeah, you're pretty much a liar. It doesn't
The male urge to fucking clench your trembling fist and then slowly open it as you think about the consequences.
You don't even know what could have happened. You don't even know what could have happened.
Knocked the fuck out, brother.
Yes, that's Andrew. You got knocked the fuck out, brother, is what I say to my wife.
I don't know. They just like to, they know what your buttons are because they know you very well and they like to press them. And sometimes a little come up and supper cut wouldn't hurt anyone.
Say what you will about Dane Cook, but I still think about that bit a lot that he had where he's like, you'll blow up on your girl and you like say all these horrible things like you're stupid and stuff, and then she'll just say something like, yeah, well, at least at least I'm not your father or something like that. And then it doesn't really affect you until like, you know, you're like walking around the basement like pacing around, and then he's just like, my father was a good man, just like screaming whatever in his house. I always thought that was really funny.
Yeah,
Good
I don't remember any of his stuff.
Yeah.
What happened to Dane? You know, he's a odd one because I remember thinking he was amazing when I was a kid.
Who didn't?
So funny.
Yeah.
But I also remember not understanding all the hate from children.
Yeah, because you're too young.
Fuck
you're like,
you, Dane Cook's the best.
Yeah, exactly.
But
if
if you go listen to it now, it's there actually isn't a lot of substance to his act, which is weird.
No, of course not. It's like it's sound effects and whatever.
Just like kind of trouncing around and making noises. Yeah. And I basically feel like an idiot.
But let me tell you, whenever I can still listen to the Dane Cook Vicious Circle special and have one hell of a time.
I used to like that was like the dawn of machinima. They'd make those Halo videos to his acts. Those were a hoot when I was a kid.
A hoot and a holler.
Mm-hmm. Tom, you liked didn't you really like that Arby and the Chief stuff too? Like
big Arby and the Chief guy. Huge. Yeah. My ruffle copter goes swah, 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 swah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those were the days.
I don't know what the hell you just said.
Well, you clearly weren't a big Arby and the Chief head like I was.
I guess not. I don't know what the hell what that means.
It was this really long series with like probably hours and hours of content of this guy just like bobbing Master Chief and Arbiter action figures in front of a camera and then giving them Speakonia voices.
What's Speakonia?
Arby the Chief. It's like, it was like the earliest text to speech
Sam
thing.
Or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's always really sad when you see that because like it was popular. I remember the guy's name, John CJG, just to really be a prick here, but yeah, it's like this thing that's popular, but ultimately it's just so fucking meaningless and gay. And then you just hang on to it. You're like, well, season 11, but because it's your baby and you've like invested so much of your life into it, you talk about it like it's a big deal. You talk about it like, this season I really blah, 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 and you're just like, fuck, man. That's like the internet can be such a sticky trap.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're 37 and you're bobbing these fucking toys around your apartment and you're like, what? When am I going to get my big break and become a Hollywood director? It's just like, can't with it.
Become a Hollywood director.
Well, that's what I remember. He like quit to go to like writing school.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, he did like pretty cinematic stuff.
I know, but that just makes it worse.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, this is my life. I'm never gonna. This is it.
What do you think? What do you think the meaningful philosophical difference is between that and self-producing a cartoon? Apart from it being, a parody work with non-original characters and stuff.
Are you talking about parodies or originals?
Well, no. So you're saying it's a wasted life to make an 11-season series waving action figures in front of a camera with Speakonia voices, right?
Yeah.
But it still is like a work of fiction with episodes and a storyline that people care about in an episodic format, right?
Yeah.
So why is that gay and Space King or Melvin is super cool and everyone should watch them?
Because here's why. Because the level of craft needed to do like the self-produced thing, like so it's all based on connotations, right? Playing with toys. That's like a connotation of like childishness and not getting any pussy. Whereas being an artist, even if, we're still teed up to not get any pussy, like being an artist is still respected.
No, people watch Space King and think, man, these guys are getting so much pussy.
Yeah,
same as Melvin. Yeah,
these are middle-aged guys who are probably married.
No. And it's
not middle-aged.
The creativity necessary to make it happen is also a lot higher. Also just like completely leeching off of like the
Well,
machinima
yeah,
Halo
that's
shit. It's just
that's the obvious thing. It's just it not being original characters and all that, whatever.
yeah, and there's something more romantic about someone like drawing some new work of art than there is some guy with his fucking like toys for 12-year-olds like bobbing them around in front of and then like shifting the camera and then he bobs the other one and he shifts it back and do you know what I mean? It's just like there's a certain level of patheticness to it.
Do you keep up with him? Do you know what happened to him?
No, actually, I kept up with him for a long time because, like, I fucking loved Darby and the Chief. I was like the biggest fan ever. I would like get giddy when a new episode came out, but like that doesn't change the facts, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to check out that. I've never even heard this in my life.
He's okay. Yeah, I think it was before you had internet in your house. It's like when we were 14, which is funny because 14 is high school, getting stoked for Harvey and the Chief and freshman, sophomore.
You're going to school and getting like hard between math class looking at girls, and then you're getting excited about Harvey and the Chief.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It was a work of art. It was a real passion project, and I respected that.
It was a work of art until it wasn't.
Yeah, until he fucking sold out.
I'm going to film school. You suck. Fuck you.
Yep. So I don't know. Whatever. There was that. Who's the other one? It's not as bad, but it's the same vibe as that fucking Tim Buckley with Control Alt Delete.
Control Alt Delete. Oh, the comic. Right.
Yeah, I was
What
a big
happened to
Control
him?
Alt Delete head. I was like, this guy's
That's pretty-
fucking awesome.
He's the best.
But then, like,
So
again, you
funny.
get too self-important, and like he did that comic strip where the woman like has an abortion in the comic script, and it's really funny.
I thought she was a miscarriage.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
It's-
A miscarriage.
it's pretty different.
Still really funny. And he's like, he talks about it like it's this fucking monumentous, like piece of dramatic art and fiction, and it's so funny.
Do you think that?
Well-
are you saying that? Is it bad, or are you just saying that like you didn't like when people took a stance on like things that they, or like he just thought he was like more important than he actually was.
Yeah,
when that
exactly.
was like when that was
It's
reading
like
through.
It's a fucking stupid comic about like video game jokes, like stupid slice of life. Like I work at a video game store, and here's a joke about video games, and then he like thinks that it's important enough or like a serious work of art enough to have a comic strip, a 4-panel comic strip about a miscarriage. And then write a giant blog post about how like, oh god,
Isn't it based on him though? His wife probably had a miscarriage.
No, I don't think so. Otherwise, I wouldn't be saying
Oh, I
this.
thought I thought the character was meant to be like him. I thought it was kind of
No, I don't think
cute. Like, oh, okay. Well,
Okay, let's say
that
that's
is
true.
cringe.
How fucked is that?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Baby,
put this in this week's comic. I don't know what else. to
Baby,
do
I'm
it about.
really like my art is how I work through things.
Yeah, this is how I
here's a
process this.
4-panel Control Alt Delete comic with reused assets where you have an abortion, a miscarriage. Sorry, I've mixed them up for some reason.
I feel so much better now.
Oh, good. Thank you. My tummy feels so much healthier.
That was like probably like 10, 15 years ago, though. That was a more odd time in the internet because I think it was probably, if you had that level of popularity, it was probably a lot easier to feel kind of like a god, like really self-important.
He probably had like publishers and shit in his ear too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There was just no one was that, like, nowadays there's so many really popular people on the internet that being one doesn't matter as much. But back then there was like, only like a few dozen really big things like in this kind of video game space. So yeah, he probably did feel like on top of the world, and now he's going to make a difference with his comic.
It's like,
But you know
it's
what?
one of the most memed on things ever.
You know why people do that too, right? Like the people that like get their that start falling into that trap is because they see shit like biopics and movies, and they're like, oh my god, this is the moment where I change everything. or like I start, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like those kind of like thoughts come in from like just seeing Hollywood shit, not realizing that like the majority of those are dog shit.
He watched Schindler's List and immediately went home.
It's my turn.
For real. I've got a big audience. I mean, it's kind of a responsibility to use my platform every time, bro. Every time.
I have to make the tough decisions.
Mm-hmm. Do I make another joke about Master Chief? Or
which is a good option. So that's going to be hard to overcome. Or
do I do a 4-page comic strip of my in-universe girlfriend having a miscarriage?
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be him.
No, it's not. It's not.
You were a bigger fan, so
yeah. The main character's name was Ethan, so
right. Okay,
not related.
Yeah, his is Ethan. My name is Jim. So like, we could never have any of the same.
Bitch, it's not. The comic's not about you.
It's not about me.
It's about Jane.
Baby, Becky. This isn't about you and your stupid miscarriage. This is about Jane's struggle. Two different people could have a miscarriage.
So is that this is a widely held sentiment. That's why you see that comic strip everywhere.
Yes,
like
people have memed the fuck out of it.
I think
what happened to Control-Alt-Delete after that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That'd be funny if he just
if he just killed himself.
Was that just the end of it when he did that? He like blew the whole thing up.
He just literally fucking threw himself off the rafter. Wow, it's still going. He's still making it.
Wow, really?
Good for him.
Oh my god, this was posted yesterday. So have you? Okay, we're gonna do a little Control-Alt-Delete listen along. It's 2 characters. One's wearing a red shirt, the other's wearing blue. They're at a bar. They're drinking. So have you been here before? Once, I think, but it was called something different. Oh my god, there's so much text in these comic panels. I don't actually get on a lot of dates lately. This week, I think they're gay. This week has been sort of crazy, but I saw an opportunity to get out. I picked you over finishing Baldur's Gate 3, so, you should feel very honored. Uh-oh. Wait, you haven't beaten BG3 yet? No, I'm playing in co-op with my friend, and he's got to pick up everything that isn't nailed down. In case we need it, in quotation marks. Okay, this is the final panel now, so this is going to be the punchline. So a lot of our playtime is spent waiting while he organises his growing collection of dead bodies and cheeses. Yep, still going.
Pretty good.
So that was the punchline?
What do you mean that was the punch? You know damn well that was the punchline. You felt the giggle rumbling from your tummy up your esophagus out of your mouth.
There was little punchlines throughout.
Yeah, a master of his craft.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the readership of that is. Fuck.
When people talk about comic history, and especially independent comic history, they'll say Control-Delete in the same breath as like R. Crumb. And like, of other respected works as well. It seems like that.
Did you even before this very podcast, did you even know it was a thing?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think I might have seen some people, because I think that people use it a lot in like meme responses and shit.
Yeah.
That art, whatever. But yeah, I'd never read it or really knew about it or anything.
Looking back, like just going through the sands of time in my memory, I was really always attracted to very cringe stuff.
That's every kid, right?
Were you wearing your combat boots when you got a park hand job?
Oh, that's a good question. What would I have been wearing?
You should just say yes.
I'm trying to think what the fuck I would have genuinely been wearing. It's very possible.
That was that era, right? You did have the anime hair. You had the Cloud Strife hair.
I don't think I had the Cloud Strife hair during the hand job. I think that would have been hand job repellent.
Baby, do you want to give me a hand job? Simplify.
Simplify, baby, fuck. Yeah, damn, what a time. What a heady time. We were in a park. We were separated from like fucking families pushing their strollers around by like the tiniest hedge imaginable. And she was just fucking jerking me off like God intended.
CD.
Ah, Beautiful.
Seedy old England.
Broad daylight. Broad fucking daylight, middle of the day, like yeah. I
feel like this. I feel like this is. I feel like this is the part in your movie too when somehow you run into her and she's like a good like a good girl now, right? She's like, yeah, I have my kids, whatever, and then she still ends up giving you a hand job again.
Oh wow!
Nice.
Thanks, Hunter. I needed that. I really needed that today.
Yeah, I was waiting for the dark turn. It's like, and then you look at your own life and you're disappointed, or I think you can still have the dark turn where you kind of like ruin her life, by giving you a hand job. Then she like fucks up her marriage, and or you're kind of like a poisonous effect on her existence.
Jesus Christ!
My God.
I'm just trying to write a good movie.
I'm just pontificating.
This can't arbitrarily happen.
Yes, and
Jesus, you just like went in on me on like a.
It's got to be a good movie. It can't just be.
You're
and
a
then
fucking. You are a toxic poison that destroys everything around you.
Yeah.
it actually starts a new plague on Earth, and everyone dies actually because of it.
What is the positive? What is the positive that comes out of that? Then she like you turn her around with a smile and she goes home and appreciates her marriage more.
No. I think it's just it's a spur.
What does that? Okay, what does that mean? Why is every turn of this story just fucking brutalizing me?
Because it's conflict is good. You need conflict in a movie. Can't be easy time.
The conflict is that how can I stay with my horrible husband when there's such good guys walking around like fucking Tom Hinchcliffe? That's what it is.
I wish I could give you hand jobs every day, Tom.
Oh, dude, I was so fucking. I just didn't know what the hell to do or what I was doing. I remember after.
For a hand job? Aren't you supposed to just sit there and fucking.
No. That part was easy. The part afterwards was like, oh no, am I supposed to like return the favor? And like. I put my hand on like. So she was wearing tights and obviously panties. So I put my hand like kind of on her pussy, but through that stuff. And just kind of like awkwardly like rubbed it a couple times. And then I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? Like fucking rip off her fucking tights and shit. And so I just kind of like withdrew my hand gingerly. And she just goes, nice one. And I was like, ew.
Nice one.
Isn't it nice? Fuck. I can't handle it anymore.
Yeah.
Savage.
It's brutal.
Savage.
Fuck.
Yeah, I still though, it was cool, got a hand job. And then, little freak that she was, like, just like after I came, then she fucking like goes balls deep with her mouth on it. Like that was the only part of it where she used her mouth, and it was after I came already.
Where did you come?
Oh, just everywhere.
This conversation is so
Just
gay.
in the grass.
No, fucking dude everywhere. Probably all over myself. Oh, fuck. She probably took my trousers and my boxes down to like just around to the back of my knees. I'm just sitting there, but. Oh, God. I came all over my dragon t-shirt. Fuck.
I love you.
Oh my God, I love you so much.
I love you.
I love you so much.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
Did you kind of feel like you loved her though?
Yeah.
Definitely that moment.
The one that got away, dude. Fuck. Wonder what she's up to. Hope life's good. Hope her life's fucking great. How about that?
God, I hope I don't have a daughter.
Yeah, facts,
I have
dude.
to worry about her going and doing that. Some guy like you.
Yeah, for real.
Fucking cloud haircut and
Cloud haircut.
combat boots.
Why him? He just is kind of cute. Why?
Why? I don't know. It is what it is. Just do IVF, dude. Make sure you get a boy.
It freaks me out though, because I feel like there's
I'm playing God.
No.
This isn't in the New Testament.
Okay, you open a piece of software and you go in and you edit one thing, right?
How
confident are you? You didn't just break the software.
How do I know that?
You know what I mean?
How do I know they're not taking my semen and selling it to beauty campaigns in China?
Also that, yeah. How do I know Oprah isn't rubbing my cum on her face if I do this?
I mean, wouldn't you want that to happen? Like, how cool would that be? That's awesome.
I don't know, Hunter. Why don't you unpack that?
Have you found out Oprah was rubbing your cum on her face for medical treatment? Would you not just be like, that's so weird and interesting? Like, cool. I'm not going to use it.
Don't walk
Take
it back. Don't walk it back. Go with what your first thing was. How awesome that would be.
It would be awesome. I would say that's exactly what I said. Say what I mean what I say.
Simple kind of guy.
I'm saying if I found out that 84-year-old Oprah Winfrey was rubbing cum on her face, for like
I
beauty
would.
regimen, I'd be pretty honored.
I guess there's certain positive and negative ways you could feel about Oprah where that would still seem like a good outcome. So fair enough.
Why don't you unpack that, Don?
Well, if you're what you know,
We're unpacking everything.
I already did my trauma dump. It's your boys' turn.
Speaking of trauma dump, I fucking watched Iron Claw yesterday.
How'd you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. I think if the pacing felt a bit quick.
Yeah,
I was like, God
Yeah,
damn, they're
definitely.
dropping like flies, aren't they? I was like, son of a bitch.
that was a crazy thing about it is like there was a whole nother brother that also wrestled that just got deleted
Because there's like
there's no way to pace that in a movie. And even
yeah.
already it like
I liked it. I got teary-eyed at the end. I thought it was very touching. I also watched a documentary about that guy after the fact, and
me too.
Seemed like a cool dude. Seems like a cool dude. Good guy.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, no, I thought the ending was good. Other than that, I mean, like all the acting performances are good. It was just like extremely fast paced. Like it was just kind of like getting emotion, like fucking hit with tragedy after tragedy, like for 2 hours. Like it didn't. What's weird is like it didn't feel like, not that nothing was progressing, but it was kind of like there was nothing really gained or earned, or like the only thing that was lost was the characters. But like it was just kind of like, okay, we're here now. Okay, we're here now, whatever. And they had like good moments with like the building up the wrestling and stuff. But yeah, I was just like, oh, okay, what? Like there's like one scene where the dad's like, you're almost 40 years old. I'm like, God damn, when the fuck did that happen? So I liked it though. I mean, I thought it was still good. Zac Efron looks like a fucking super soldier. Mutant.
Yeah, it's kind of odd. He has like a totally different character of muscle than all the other brothers.
Also, like how the Von
like
Erichs in real life are each like 6'5", and I think that they didn't get a single actor that was 6 feet tall in the movie. So that was kind of funny. I was like, well, interesting choice. Well, that was something funny. I think I heard is his name Jeremy Allen White? Is that his name?
Yeah, I've got a crush on him because he's got a nose. He's still sexy.
Yeah, and somehow
I like that guy.
somehow the world looks at this ostrich and they're like, "You're sexy."
he's totally an ostrich.
Yeah. But
but he's got big muscles and girls want to fuck him. So.
I saw an interview with him when he was like, when they sent me the offer for the role, I was like, "How can I take this? I'm 5 foot. I think he said I'm 5'6" or something." And the director was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. Like it's not a big deal." And it's like the guy, the character he was playing, I think, was legitimately 6'3" or 4.
If you look at them compared to, you like literally could not have found someone that looks less like the real Kerry Von Erich.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
he was almost like a bizarro Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they found
the
Jeremy Allen
the literal DC villain, Ostrich Man.
It like wasn't a perfect movie, but weirdly I think about it like every day. Like I'm still thinking about it. I think just because of that pacing thing. It's like, well, it was really sad, but it's like how how could this have been properly paced? I don't even know how you could have done it better. You know,
There's a couple things. I mean, like, I think that, like, even though it's not, it doesn't have to be a perfect movie, you know, to be enjoyable. And I got my own enjoyment out of it, but it was like another thing too, where they were putting so much emphasis on like the dad and like these other kinds of things, where I feel like those things fell a little short, and it didn't feel fully resolved or anything. And it just kind of, it just feels like an entire movie that's dedicated to just being like, look how sad Kevin's life is.
yeah.
So I don't know. Because I was like, I really like the line where he's like, you know, Carrie's my favorite, then Kev, then whatever, and he's like ranking his kids, and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting.
The rankings can change.
Yeah, the rankings can change. I thought that was cool, but yeah, it's you know, they show moments of the dad being like cruel and shit, but it's usually just like one scene, one line, and like the sons really don't give a shit that their dads are that cruel until like a little towards the end. There's like one moment, but I don't know. I still think it's worth watching. It's a fun one. I will say I was not impressed with the Ric Flair guy they got.
No,
I thought his impression kind of sucked, honestly, in my opinion.
Ooh,
That's
Ric Flair's in it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that really happened too. That scene when he iron claws him in the forehead.
Yeah, and like digs his fingers into his forehead, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, his like his face and impression was off, but funnily enough, I think he was probably the best body cast character. Like his body looked like Ric Flair's. You know?
Oh yeah,
like he was big
classic, fucking like early '80s, like no,
like bubble wrestler.
yeah, like beer gut kind of like. Definitely, probably like a big, strong guy, and he lifts and stuff. But like, no one is going for like abs or anything. He just like is a kind of like a big fucking goon. Yeah.
Yeah, the Ric Flair woos were kind of cringe though.
That's what I mean is like or in real life or in the movie.
In the movie.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like I just didn't think he captured him well at all. Ric Flair is such like a big over the top, and it felt like the guy was like afraid to like go super extra with it.
Yeah.
So that's what he's like. His woos weren't like woo. It was like woo.
Yeah, kind of restrained.
Woo, woo,
Ooh woo.
woo.
All right, boys. Well, that's the episode.
God. I hate how that's the way you ended the episode right there.
Just give the people what they want, innit?
Yeah.
Sign up to patreon.com/Cream Crew for weekly exclusive episodes in addition to this.
Do it.
I think we're up to 33 this week. There's a backlog of 33 premium episodes you can listen
Premium
to right
episode
now.
and 33,000 members. So if you want to be cool.
Right.
Be a part of the fucking Cream Crew, baby.
Bye.